Are you filming?
Yes, you can start.
Hi, it's me, Jack House, and my companion in Johnny's, Jane Fox. Our trip to the Ukraine has ended, and today we're gonna venture in the depth of Russia. And first town they meet, it's called Graivorone. Oh, look here. It's the date of the foundation of the town. Rather old, 1678. It might be actually interesting, yeah?
Oh, yes.
Sorry, could you help us?
Простите, я вас не понимаю.
If you want, I can help you. I can speak English.
Oh, great! They're Jack House and Jane Fox. They're from America and they absolutely love traveling. We are gonna visit some Russian towns and cities, and Gryvorone is our first destination. Could you show us around your town?
Certainly. I'm Anna, by the way. To tell you the truth, you hadn't come at the right time. You should come in the summer if you want to see it at the peak of its beauty. It's Gryvoroне, by the way. But we have a very good film about it. We can go to my school and watch it if you want.
It will be great.
Are you ready to watch the film, Jack?
Yeah.
The lands of Gryvoroне are very beautiful. Many places here are extremely picturesque. Hills, woods, fields, rivers. These are the ordinary but so dear to our hearts parts of the landscape. Gryvorone is a town in the west of Belgrade region, located on the shores of the river Vorskla. It is rather small, but it is one of the most attractive and agreeable towns of Belgorod. The Gryvorone settlement was founded in 1678. Gryvorone got its name from the river Graivoronka. There are several different explanations of the name Gryvorone. One of them suggests that Gryvorone means a nest of ravens. That's why a flying raven on the gold field is depicted on the Gryvorone coats of arms. The center of the town is especially interesting because it is the mixture of old and new styles. The heart of the town is the recently built square with its fountains and flower patches. The visitors of our town call it a little Versailles. The former house of merchant Mitrenko with a steeple brought from Germany became the unofficial symbol of Gryvorone. It stands in the central square. Now this building belongs to the Sanatorium Lastочка. Another interesting building, the former Nobility Association, is also a part of the sanatorium. In the Central Park there is an ecclesiastical enlightenment center. It has various departments for the children's activities, such as Sunday school, workshops where children can do their best in a great variety of activities. A chapel of Belgrade Santifia Josepha was built in 1998, like a part of an architectural ensemble. There are some beautiful buildings which were built at the end of the 20s and in the 21st centuries. For example, the Culture and Sports Palace, a large modern building in the central square. The architecture of the former gymnasium for men is also remarkable. It is an assemblage of two buildings. The older one was built in 1877. Now it is the number 1 art school. The other building, which you might mistake for a medieval castle, was built in 1910. Now it is a school. The building of the former gymnasium for women, built in 1870, is also attractive. Now it is the seat of the town authorities. District authorities occupy another historic building, the former Zemstvo. A well-known Russian writer, a friend of Gorky, Skitalets, worked there when he lived in Gryvorone. He described this period of his life in one of his books. There were 3 churches in Gryvorone at the beginning of the 20th century. Unfortunately, St. Nicholas Church is the only one which remains now. The church was originally made of wood, but in 1865 it was made of stone. One of the most beautiful places in the town is called Petrovskaya Krucha. The locals and the guests of the town like to walk and rest here. Not every town can boast of a home zoo. There is such a site in Gryvorone. Korniyenka keeps a home zoo with different sorts of birds. There are about 50 kinds of birds there, like ostriches, peacocks, pheasants, white and black swans, cranes, and different ducks. Gryvorone is the birthplace of the world-famous engineer and inventor Vladimir Shukhov. The fame of Professor Shukhov surpassed the borders of Russia and spread abroad. In Gryvorone there is a school, a park and a street which are named after him. Another fascinating thing about our town is the ability of its people to keep alive the traditions of their ancestors. It is a town of immense beauty, great wealth of natural resources, old legends and hearty traditions. Every year, Gryvoroне becomes more and more beautiful. There is no doubt that it will become a real tourist attraction in the future. Come and see for yourself.
Thanks, that was fascinating. So much interesting information. By the way, they are future engineers, and I've heard of Shukhov, famous engineer. He was born here, right?
Yeah, well, we have a school in his honor. There's also a museum where you can learn more about him. We can go there if you want.
Sure, we wouldn't mind visiting the museum.
Welcome to our school museum. Gryvoroне is rich in talented people. One of them is Vladimir Grigorievich Shukhov, an outstanding engineer, architect, inventor and scientist. He is the author of the famous Shabalovskaya Tower in Moscow, the highest achievement of the global engineering art. There are 11 patented inventions in the oil industry and architecture. His talent of an engineer created delicate towers and original bridges made of metal. In honor of Vladimir Shukhov, there is a school, a street and a park called after his name.
It was interesting and useful information. Thanks a lot.
Well, now you've learned something about Gryvorone. It's a shame that I don't have enough time to tell you more about it, but you are free to explore it on your own and discover more about it.
You were very helpful. Thanks.